Good afternoon, Mr. Crawley, distinguished guests, parents, friends, teachers, and girls of St Hilda's School. Welcome today to the induction of our Year 12 students for 2016. For the coming year, I feel honoured to have the opportunity to represent and lead you all, the girls who I know one day will have the power and confidence to change the world. And I know, even as you listen to those words, change the world, they already wash over you. The phrase thrown around so much that it is simple to let it slide away instead of sink in as a possible reality. We often shrug off this empowering statement as we question how we could ever make a difference in a world of 8 billion people, lulling ourselves into this false notion that we are not the ones who could ever bring change. But I would argue that this is the type of fallacy that hinders girls like you, girls with the power to dream big and live life with only the confines of self-doubt to hinder your progress. Bringing change and making a difference may not always be about one big astounding discovery or an act of fierce and miraculous diplomacy, but often it is the little steps that culminate as a leap. I'd like to share with you a story I first heard when I was 9 years old, sitting in what was then a state-of-the-art demountable building perched on the edge of the school oval. In grade 5, I sat in religious education as a woman by the name of Bev Philbin shared with me a story that would change my perspective on life. The story goes something like this. There was once an old man who used to go to the ocean to do his writing. Early one morning, he was walking along the shore after a big storm had passed and found the vast beach littered with starfish as far as the eye could see. Off in the distance, he noticed a young boy. Every so often, the boy would bend down, pick something up, and throw it into the sea. As the man approached the young boy, he called out and questioned, "May I ask what you're doing?" The young boy paused, looked up, and replied, "Throwing starfish into the ocean. The tide has washed them up onto the beach, and they can't return themselves. The sun will kill them if they stay out of the water much longer." The old man studied the young boy with pity, replying, "There are tens of thousands of starfish. You won't make much of a difference." The young boy bent down, picked up another starfish, and threw it as far as he could into the ocean. Then he turned, smiled, and said, "It made a difference to that one." Despite the overwhelming odds against him, that young boy decided that however minor the significance, if he could, he would be the deciding factor that would save the lives of some of those starfish. He realized that change was a matter of choice. Looking around at you today, I see young women who have every opportunity before them simply waiting to be seized. Opportunities that leave you with a choice of whether to sit back and watch your life play out before you, or delve into the action, take charge of your decisions and go confidently in the direction that you choose. For all it's worth, St Hilda's allows you to step out of the gates every day as young women who are prepared for this world. If there were 3 attributes that I were to lay out as encompassing a strong St Hilda's girl, these would be connected, capable, and confident. Connection is perhaps one of the more overlooked qualities that I feel we as young women and members of a seemingly ever-connected generation take for granted. We are constantly checking our Instagram feeds, Facebook likes, and Snapchat notifications, so often that it is easy to get caught up in the web of the internet and forget about the importance of making real connections and bonds. What I always find amazing is the concept that every single person in this room has a different story to tell. And beyond these walls is another 24 million Australians who are the hero or heroine of their own story, each with their own villain, person to love, and sidekick to confide in. And essentially passing each continent by, we can seemingly begin to realise the beautiful nature and sheer magnitude of human life. Already, a chapter of my story is bound to all of you girls, a thread of my life intertwined with yours. We as St Hilda's girls will forever share at least a connection of attending the same school. But this year, I'd like to ask for a little more than that from you. In 2016, and for the rest of your life even, I want you to go in search of stories, to look for the interesting ideas and seek out everything from knowledge to experience from those around you. Connection is a stepping stone to understanding people and most importantly, understanding yourself. But more so, connection is a stepping stone to change. Secondly, this year, I'd like to instill some self-belief back into all of you. Often as girls, it's so easy for us to decide that we are not experienced or qualified enough to even give things a go. But let me say now that every day I walk into this school amazed at the astounding capabilities and achievements of all of you girls. I believe that as you make connections and learn to understand those around you, so too you begin to appreciate the diversity of talent and skills that each of us possess. You learn to realise that you are capable of so much more than you would probably ever let yourself know. You learn that St Hilda's provides you with an endless stream of opportunities, and it is up to you to acknowledge that you're capable of anything that you endeavour to pursue. Do not let the weight of self-doubt or the idea that you are not proficient enough ever stop you from joining a new curricula, making a new friend, or asking that question in class. Be proud that you can say you attend a school where your capabilities are cherished rather than inhibited. Find where your strengths lie and use those to match yourself up with others whose strengths may be your weaknesses. They say power comes in numbers, but I say that progress comes in teams. I want you to leave this room today with the firm belief that you are capable in achieving your goals and that you have so many around you who are willing to help you get there. And so finally, last but not least, the attribute that I believe to be one of the most important for any young woman. Over makeup, clothes, technology, and even wealth, confidence is perhaps the one thing that can set you apart in the great game of life. Your posture, your tone, your vibrance. All simple things that with minor adjustments can move you from the background to the foreground of so many situations. Girls, if there is one thing, and one thing only, that I would have to define as the most significant thing that St Hilda's has taught me, it would be the importance of having confidence. Although you might not realise it yet, we operate in an environment whereby our ideas are always encouraged. Our opinions are not just heard, but taken into consideration, and our voices are projected as one of the most integral aspects of the school. Unlike so many, we can learn to be confident without pressure or embarrassment, every day being offered an unabridged opportunity to be nothing but ourselves. Not once have I ever thought twice about asking a question. Not once have I ever stopped to think that maybe my idea was not worthy of being considered. And not once have I ever let someone tell me that my voice isn't important enough to be heard. Because let me tell you girls, right now, that confidence is a strong emotion. And with enough of it, people won't laugh at you and they won't shun you. They will envy you because they wish they had it. And I know, it's all well and good for me to stand up here and say, be confident, even though I know it doesn't always come naturally, and at times it's really hard. But know that you are not alone. You are in a place where all of us are still working to become the people we aspire to be. As you walk out of the gates of St Hilda's for the last time in however many years, hopefully having developed further into becoming the best version of yourself, I challenge you to walk out of those gates with confidence of a woman who is ready to change the world. And until that time comes, walk into these gates every morning with the belief that you are good enough, that you are capable, you are connected, and you are strong. My older brother Chris, a man who is far wiser than the 22 years it states on his driver's license, once said to me, "Courtney, life is like a game of chess. There are only two players, but so many pieces. In life it's the same. I suppose we're all just going to have to decide. Are we going to be a player, or are we going to be a piece?" Girls, I believe that should you choose it, you all have the power to be the players and game changers of this world. It is not so much a matter of how you will get there, or how long it will take, but more so the idea that you know somewhere within you, you have the ability to make a difference and inspire a change. Throw some starfish back into the ocean, implement a new idea, make a friend, increase your grades, challenge what you think is wrong, walk confidently and stand proud. For you are not just implementing a change, girls, you are the change. So, for 2016, in the words of Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you wish to see in the world. Thank you.